On a snowy Chicago night, the soft glow of Harper's diner lit up the icy streets. Inside, the air was rich with the aroma of sizzling bacon and warm cherry pie, the clatter of plates blending with faint holiday melodies. Families and friends filled the booths, their chatter a buffer against the winter's bite. But for one young woman at the door, the diner's warmth felt out of reach. She was in her mid-20s, bundled in a threadbare coat, too big for her frame. Her mismatched shoes, soaked from the snow, left small puddles on the floor. One hand clutched a single, worn dollar bill. The other gripped a tattered duffel bag. Her eyes, weary yet hopeful, scanned the room, searching for a place to rest, but the diners avoided her gaze. A man pulled his daughter closer. A couple whispered, eyes darting away. The waitstaff moved past her, as if she weren't there. The manager, a gruff man with deep lines on his face, finally approached. "If you're not ordering, you need to leave," he said, his voice flat. She looked down at her dollar. Enough for a coffee, but not enough to belong. Her lips parted, but no words came. With a quiet nod, she turned to the door. The weight of being unseen, heavier than the cold outside. In a corner booth, a man had been watching. He wore a simple flannel shirt and work boots, his hands rough from years of labor. In his late 30s, with a faint scar above his eye, he carried a quiet resilience. As the woman reached for the door, he stood. "Hey," he called, his voice clear across the hum of the diner. "You're welcome to sit here." The room went quiet. Diners glanced up. The woman paused, uncertain. He walked over, pulled out a chair at his table, and gave a small, warm smile. "It's cozy here, and the pie's pretty great." She hesitated, her voice barely audible. "I can't afford much." "Didn't ask you to pay," he said. "Just thought you might like a seat." With tentative steps, she crossed the diner and sat down. The warmth of the chair brought a flicker of relief to her face, though she fought back tears. He waved to the waitress. "2 coffees, and a slice of cherry pie. Extra whipped cream." "You don't need to do this," she murmured, her hands fidgeting. He shrugged. Someone had to. Her name was Lily. She hadn't eaten a full meal in days. She'd lost her job at a local craft store a month ago, and her room in a shared apartment soon after. With no family to call, she'd come to the diner hoping for a moment's respite, expecting nothing more. His name was Jack, a mechanic and single dad to a 7-year-old boy, Max, who was with his grandparents that day. Jack didn't have much, but he knew what it felt like to be invisible. When the pie arrived, Lily hesitated, her fork still. Jack nodded. "Go for it. Tastes better warm." With each bite, the tension in her shoulders eased. For the first time in weeks, someone saw her not as a problem, but as a person. They talked. She spoke of a park she loved as a kid, where she'd sit and sketch the trees. He shared stories of Max's obsession with model cars, and how he'd learned to fix a bike just to see his son smile. Lily's laugh was soft, almost unfamiliar. Jack's grin was steady. When they finished, she looked at him, her voice quiet, but firm. "Why did you help me?" Jack leaned back, his eyes thoughtful. "A long time ago, someone gave me a hand when I had nothing. I told myself I'd do the same one day." Lily swallowed hard. "Thank you," she said, the words heavy with meaning. A month later, the diner hadn't changed. Same coffee, same pie, same holiday tunes. Jack still came every Sunday, always glancing at the door, hoping Lily had left that day, with his old scarf and a promise to keep going. She'd turned down his offer of cash, but vowed to find her way. He trusted she would. Then, on a Sunday, when the snow had softened to slush, the door chimed. Lily walked in. Her coat was new, her shoes matched, and her hair was neatly braided. Her eyes, though still tired, held a spark of hope. Jack stood before she reached him. "I got a job," she said, her smile wide. "At an art supply store. They needed help for the holidays." "Knew you had it in you," he said, his grin matching hers. She sat across from him. "And I'm staying at a community house now. It's simple, but it's a start. I'm helping out there, too, teaching kids to draw." The waitress came by, her surprise softening into a smile as Lily spoke. "2 coffees, 2 slices of pie, my treat." They talked again about Max's latest car model, Lily's dream to open a small art class, and how one moment could shift everything. Lily reached into her bag and slid a small note across the table. "It's not much," she said. Jack opened it. In careful handwriting, it read, "You saw me when I was invisible. Thank you for giving me a place to begin." He looked at her, his voice steady. "You deserved more than a seat, Lily. You deserved a shot." She smiled, her eyes bright. I got one because of you. They lingered long after the coffee was gone, no longer strangers. To people who'd crossed paths on a cold day when the world turned away, connected by a single act of kindness that changed their paths. Kindness doesn't need to be grand. Sometimes, it's just a chair, a moment, and a heart open enough to offer it. If this story moved you, please like and subscribe to Stories That Stay for more heartfelt tales of compassion and connection.